Taking to Twitter, Lake writes, on October 14th, 17th, and 18th, Maricopa County performed secret testing on the tabulators. This was after the legally required logic and accuracy tests. 260 of 446 tabulators failed. They were used on Election Day anyway, where 59% failed. This is the story of a sabotage. Lake goes on to say, you'll see more filing in the coming days. We are not stopping. I will never back down. That election was stolen from the people, and there will be no way that I back down from that. I just won't. And joining me now with more on the lawsuit is Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Allison. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Kari. So I'd love for you to tell us more about your continued battle and these recent developments with the lawsuit. I mean, you've just been through such insanity. Give us the latest.
Well, you know, if I would have taken the advice of some folks who early on said, don't fight this, just try running again. And I said, are you kidding? They'll just keep stealing elections if we don't fight it. And if I would have taken that advice and not stayed in the arena fighting this, all kinds of new evidence and information would never have been exposed to the people. And that's what we're doing. We're exposing the crimes, we're exposing the fraud at Maricopa County and how they run our elections. And you talked about some of the information we got when we finally got our hands on the system log files. That's basically every single thing that happens, every single keystroke that happens with the computers at Maricopa County elections. We discovered that they had been lying about a lot of things. And as we continue to dig through that, it's a ton of data. We continue to get surprised with even more and more and more corruption. You know, and what the video that you're showing here is their 24-hour video, which they put out, making people feel like there's transparency in our elections so they can say, hey, look, you can watch everything we're doing. I don't think they were counting on some of the good guys recording that video. So when we got the system log files with all of the keystrokes and all of the data, and compared it to the recorded video and compared the times, when we found out they were doing things that they had lied about on the system log files, and then we pulled up the video, we get a perfect match, and we can see how they are opening up the seals and basically reprogramming those machines so that they would fail. They knew they would fail in advance, and then they put those failing machines out on Election Day so that when droves of voters showed up, they would show up and be faced with machines that weren't working, printers that were printing out the wrong ballot images, and just complete and utter chaos, causing 4 and 5 and 6 hour lines. And as we've continued to call them out on this, Allison, they ended up saying, okay, we're going to do an investigation into ourselves. And they put out what they called the McGregor report, which was basically a bogus report trying to lay blame elsewhere besides on the people who are running our elections. And one of the entities they blamed was the printer company. It's a company called OKI, and they blamed them for all kinds of things and all kinds of issues with the printers. Well, turns out, we just got information today, this is hot off the presses, that OKI, that company, is not happy with that report. They said that the investigation into their printers was done, and they were never even contacted. And they have qualms with what Maricopa said happened to those printers. And they're telling Maricopa County to apologize and change that official report because they're trying to lay the blame on the printer company and the printers rather than on the election officials that knew what was going on. This is a highway robbery of the people of Arizona and their sacred vote and our government, and we won't stand for it.
No, it is. It's just so wrong on every level. It's un-American, and it's just so sad that we're having to deal with this in the day and age that we're living in. So I'm so grateful for people like yourself who fight back so relentlessly and just do not give up.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.